What is up, everybody? Welcome back. Another recap episode with myself and OTL. How's it going, man?
Pretty solid. Nice weekend for the both of us. Nice Sunday. But yeah, it was a good Sunday of football. A good Halloween weekend for me too. The World Series was a crazy game on Saturday too.
Yeah,
I mean, brutal ending for you. I know.
Still not over that. Still not over that.
Yeah, it was a brutal ending, but as a neutral fan, that was a great game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a very fair weather fan when it comes to the Blue Jays. Like, I only really cheer for them when they're doing well.
Yeah, I'm the same way with the Cardinals.
Yeah, but it was, man, even just getting a good series out of it was entertaining enough for me. But like, man, what a way to lose.
You push easily the best team in the MLB to 7 games and to extra innings. So
yeah.
Like
it was a coin flip series, an 18 inning game, and then the game 7 goes to 11 or 12 or whatever it ended up being. But like, man, we had so many chances to win that series, and it's just brutal.
Yeah,
brutal ending. But it's okay. Like I said, Josh Allen got me. Josh Allen came through on Sunday, flipped my mood upside down.
Yeah,
and got me back on track.
Yeah, that was a nice win.
Yeah.
Which game you want to talk about, Steelers or Bills first?
Those are the two. Yeah, let's go Steelers first.
All right. Let me just
a huge win. A huge win for the Steelers, man. That was crazy.
Yeah.
That was wild. Getting 5 turnovers out of three interceptions and a couple fumbles.
6 turnovers. We had Josh Downs fumble, a punt return as well. So we were just all over the place on defense. It was a really impressive game from the defense. And the offense wasn't too impressive. Like, Rodgers still, I mean, he's not doing much, but we didn't take too many negative plays. I don't think we fumbled or threw a pick at all. So we didn't shoot ourselves in the foot, which is what you like to see. But yeah, not a crazy game on offense at all. I think our best receiver was Darnell Washington, or no, it was Calvin Austin by a little bit. But
here's me down here with Metcalf on my fantasy team. 2 catches, 6 yards.
Yeah,
did absolutely nothing for me.
He was pretty irrelevant this game. And Roman Wilson, our presumable wide receiver 2, almost lost us the game as well. He got a screen with about 3 minutes left in the game and hurdled a guy and fumbled the ball when we were up 10. And then watching that play, you're kind of just staring at the TV, dumbfounded at why he just did that. But he is still a really young player, but that's just not – I mean, with what Caleb Johnson did in that Seahawks game, that got him benched for pretty much the entire year. So I would think maybe the same is coming for Roman Wilson, especially if we trade for someone tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's just not good for his future for the rest of this season, I think. I think stuff like that is going to get him benched.
Yeah, man. When you're especially if Tomlin is your head coach, a stupid play like that is amplified even more when you have like a hard-nosed coach like that. Like, they take that stuff like way more seriously than I feel like a Cliff Kingsbury would take it or something like that. Like these guys who play old school football, they don't mess around with those stupid mental mistakes.
Yeah, and like it's Bill Belichick, guys like that. Like they had zero tolerance for dumb stuff like that with the game on the line.
Thanks for tuning in, brother. But yeah, man, crazy. Like going into that game, I think we talked about it last week when we kind of previewed this matchup. We're like, the spread wasn't that far, but like we both were kind of like, I don't think the Steelers have any chance of winning this game just because of how good the Indy offense was looking and how they were just rolling. And
how bad the Steelers defense had looked the 2 weeks before that.
yeah, exactly.
So
Exactly.
I
And
think
so
it's just it's the Steelers defense. It could either be the best in the league or bottom 3 in the league week to week, which is not a good thing. But the weeks they are the best, it's really fun to watch because they just crush teams. Like TJ Watt was
the Gabe Davis of defenses.
I guess so. It's looking like that. But TJ Watt was looking like prime TJ Watt yesterday. He had a sack and a strip sack. So yeah, he was the focal point of just disrupting the game, and Cam Hayward was looking like the man we paid. Jack Sawyer even made a play. Peyton Wilson got a pick. So just guys you like seeing get involved.
Yeah. I was looking today too at the at like the pass rush win rate of like certain players, and I forget his name, but he's one of your defenders, but he's got like a really, really high win rate. And
is it Herbig?
Yes, Herbig.
Yeah.
Herbig. He was he's looking like a beast out there.
He's the reason Highsmith was on the trade block because of how good Herbig has been this year, but I don't think we're going to trade Highsmith either. Yeah, you see there, he got 2 sacks.
Who's that? Sorry. Oh,
Highsmith.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still really good, but I mean, it's really good having a nice rotation of pass rushers. It's a great position to be deep at.
Yeah, exactly. That was nice. That's nice for sure. That's a nice win, man. It's one of those ones where it's like, like like we were saying, I think it was about Denver and Bo Nix. Like they have wins, but they haven't really played anybody.
Yeah.
This is like a notch on your belt of like okay, we beat the best team in the league right now. Like we can be a serious team.
And we also did this to the Patriots too, like another 7-2 team. We just completely disrupted their offense, and it was a little earlier on before they were established, but
yeah,
like, I mean, this defense, the ceiling is so high. It's just the floor is so low on a weekly basis. It's frustrating as a fan knowing how good they can be when they have those terrible weeks versus the Bengals and the Packers.
Yeah.
So it's still a frustrating team, but
also in that New England game, you guys had you forced like 5 turnovers in that game as well, right? Like,
yep.
That was the one that kind of put Ramondre Stevenson on the bench after that one. Was like all the fumbles that he had in that game, and like so like once you're forcing turnovers, I feel like it's similar to like why you see like one inning the Blue Jays will have like 9 runs. Like once you start getting it, like it seems to kind of just happen. So once you get that first turnover, you kind of start feeding off it. Everybody's trying to go for it, and like you just keep forcing them.
Yeah, and I think the Steelers kind of laid the blueprint of how to beat the Colts here too. Just putting the ball in Daniel Jones's hand, make him throw 50 times, and they're not going to be a threat because he's bound to make those boneheaded plays that he has his whole career. I mean, he's obviously, this is the best he's looked his whole career this season, but if Jonathan Taylor gets shut down, it's not good for this Colts offense, obviously, but like after Taylor is kind of eliminated from the game, their next best option is Pittman and Pierce, who they got their yards look good, but it was a lot of that was in garbage time. Pittman was doing pretty well most of the game. He had a couple pretty good catches, but I think half of Daniel Jones's passing yards came in the fourth quarter as well. So it was a lot of making up. Like they really weren't in this game at all. If Roman Wilson didn't fumble, it's probably 17-27.
Exactly. I also feel like if your quarterback is throwing it 50 times in a game, like that's like an absurd number. Like you should never be that high. Like that's why it's a Joe Burrow like throwing number because your defense is not doing anything and you're just hucking the ball all game long. If your run game
well, their
is
defense had no chance because we were getting the ball at like the 40 and the 50 every
yeah,
possession.
yeah,
So
exactly.
it was a lose-lose across the board. I actually didn't think their
Bro, thanks
defense
for
was that
tuning in.
bad.
What's that?
I actually didn't think their defense was that bad. They shut down DK pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
And Jalen Warren, like he didn't do much. He had less than 2 yards of carry.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, like their
But he
defense
did
was
get the
pretty
2
solid.
touchdowns, so he saved me fantasy wise by getting those two touchdowns.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a rough day.
Yeah, but I mean, you get the win, you can't be too upset, but I really want another piece on this offense because it's just not explosive enough to be taken seriously.
Yeah. Do you think they're doing that tomorrow? Or like tonight or tomorrow at some point?
I think we get someone. I don't think it's going to be a big name though.
Yeah. Eh?
We already signed MVS, but I don't think it'll be just that.
Yeah. That's kind of like what the Bills did last year with the Amari Cooper. It's like he's kind of just a name, but like he's not really going to contribute much.
That's what I think. The guy will sign, he'll be a name, but you'll be like, is he still playing? Like type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Mike Williams last year, we traded a 5th for him.
Exactly. Do you guys think this is the Daniel Jones we'll see from this point on? I mean, I do feel like the shoe kind of dropped a little bit for the Colts for sure. Like you said, the blueprint is out there on how to beat them. And that's just forcing Daniel Jones to throw the ball, and then you get the Giants version of Daniel Jones instead of what he's been already this year. So I mean, it's really going to be up to the defenses and to the coordinators and game plan wise of how can you force that to happen, because Jonathan Taylor is playing out of his mind this year, except for yesterday. But
yeah,
there's been nobody like him in the league so far this year.
Yeah. I don't know. I still this season I haven't been like huge on him. I didn't think he was ever an MVP candidate, but it was cool seeing the comeback story. Like he got left for dead last year and he's on a 7-2 team now. So
yeah,
I think as long as the run game is still going, he'll be in his groove, but like you can't have 5 turnovers in a game. Like
yeah, exactly.
I don't think we'll see another 5 turnover game from him, but I mean he's still prone to the occasional just horrible throw.
I think in order for the Steelers to be successful, they need to take the load off Rodgers, almost similar to what the Chargers do. What are your thoughts on that?
What do you mean what the Chargers do? I mean, I think Herbert throws the most in the league.
Yeah, probably. I don't think he has any run game to speak of, unless you mean just like shorter passes. Like
I mean that is kind of what we're doing. We don't throw downfield that much at all. Like half our throws are screens.
Oh, you're just saying Chargers are a run first team, run heavy team.
They are not a run first team this year. I mean, I don't know if Herbert leads the league in passing yards, but I think he leads the league in attempts too. Like I think Greg Roman has completely switched his philosophy this year. He's just letting Herbert throw 40, 50 times a game.
Yeah.
I feel like ever since they lost the 2 running backs, it's been all Herbert.
100%. I feel like anytime I see like a good quarterback game or like a game that you're like, man, that quarterback balled out, his max throws is like 30 to 35 throws in a game. Anytime you get more than that, I'm like, okay, something is wrong. You might get lots of yards. Like what Daniel Jones had like 342 is a lot of yards to throw for.
Yeah.
But on 50 attempts, you know, like it's a weird kind of thing where I'm like, you should get 300 yards off your 35 attempts, and you should be okay with doing that.
Like that's what Drake May's been doing all year. He's been like extremely efficient. Like he's not throwing like 35 times or 40 plus times a game. He's completing like 70% of his passes and like
Exactly.
down the
Just,
field too.
just like the guy we're about to talk about here on the Buffalo Bills.
Going to the next game.
Yeah. Where's that game at?
I'll let you take this one.
What a game, man. What a game. It was crazy. See Josh Allen there, 26 attempts for 273 yards. Patrick Mahomes, 34 attempts, 250 yards. Like, that's a more like reasonable amount of times to throw the ball. But yeah, man, watching that game, it was nice to see a balanced attack from the team, and we still, it was very, very balanced, but Cook still went over 100 yards rushing. Kincaid had over 100 yards receiving. Like, and to this point here, surely the Bills can beat the Chiefs in the playoffs, right? That's what I put out a tweet earlier today. That's why, like, Bills fans today are a little bit more excited than when we normally beat the Chiefs in the regular season, because this one, there was no 4th and 2 20-yard touchdown run from Josh Allen. There was no Josh Allen hurdling one of their defenders to get the first down. Like, it was our pass rush, it was our coverage, it was James Cook, and it was Dalton Kincaid. Like, Josh Allen sure played great, but he was like the 4th reason that we won the game, whereas before it's him and it's only him. So this kind of just felt a little bit different. It felt like we had more answers than we normally have, and we won it kind of in a different way. So I think they can definitely, if they can repeat this performance and they can get that kind of, it's the whole reason why we drafted Maxwell Hairston, the fastest defensive back in the draft class, was to try and keep up with the speed of the Chiefs. That was the whole reason we drafted the fastest guy.
He did. He was,
and
really
he did.
Good.
He was step for step with Xavier Worthy every route that he was running. So, I mean, it was refreshing. We didn't get much out of our wide receivers. Let's see, who do we have here? Kincaid went over 100, but 7 catches for 43 yards from Shakir. That's our wide receiver 1. And out of our top 3 receivers, 2 of them are tight ends. Like, what Keon Coleman, 2 catches for 17 yards. Like, it's not coming from wide receivers. It's coming from everything else. I think Joe Brady cooked a nice game plan, like play scheme wise. McDermott took over play calling from our defensive coordinator, so it's back on McDermott calling the plays. So I think that's why we've kind of seen a little bit of a better defense these past couple weeks. I think McDermott is probably better suited for this team at least as a defensive coordinator, even though he's our head coach. But yeah, man, it's nice to see. I don't know. I've been asking this question to, just friends and family, but like, I don't remember another 2 teams that have had such different, like, this is the 5th time in a row that we've beaten Kansas City in the regular season, and we've lost 4 straight times to them in the playoffs. Like, I've never seen such a flip back and forth. Like, even in the peak of Brady versus Manning, like, I don't think it was this lopsided in regular season versus what it is in the postseason. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
did you watch the game?
Yeah, I watched most of the second half. But I think, that's like the one thing that Bills fans just think about, like, winning this game. They're like, doesn't matter if we can't do it in the playoffs this year, Like, it's just unfortunately the one thing that this rivalry has come about. Like, every year it's they play each other seemingly in the regular season and the playoffs, and it's the same thing. But yeah, I mean, I know what you're saying. Like, this feels a little bit different because you guys dominated them. Like, the Chiefs, they were kind of crawling back. They were playing from behind most of this game. Which is how you want it to be. You don't want Mahomes playing with a lead. But yeah, I think like what you said, not having Allen to be Superman either, like that's really critical, and letting James Cook like run all over them, having Dalton Kincaid as a weapon. But it still feels like you're missing another weapon on offense, like a solid outside receiver.
100%.
Shakir's a fun like gadget guy who catches everything, but Coleman just isn't a serious X receiver at this point in his career.
No, not at all.
But yeah,
and I mean, I don't know. Like it's fun. You know, it's fun watching the team play and watching them do well and whatever. But like the fact that like we were saying, Allen didn't have to be Superman. It gives you confidence that if the game is tight, we still have that next level that we can go to with Josh Allen running the ball all over the place. If he needed to, he could have turned it on and did something special.
Yeah.
But it never really came down to that. If we didn't miss that field goal with like a minute left in the game, you know, then it wouldn't have even been that much. Like not that I felt like it was up for grabs at the end there on those Hail Marys, but like it wouldn't have even mattered if they completed the Hail Mary if we didn't doink it off the uprights there.
When that field goal hit the uprights, I was kind of like, here we go again with another heartbreaking loss to the Chiefs.
Yeah. But this is one of the things that like Bills fans will, myself included, will criticize McDermott for, is like, in that situation, why are we trying a field goal? Punt it and pin them deep, because now we just gave them the ball back on the, if you make it, you kick it off, they get the ball on the 35-yard line. If you miss, they get the ball at midfield already in Hail Mary range. Punt it and pin them within the 10-yard line if you can, or as close to the goal line as you can, and you know, make them go even further. So that's one thing. He used bad timeouts, is another thing that he's bad with. But like, I mean, overall, you can't really complain too much as a Bills fan. It was a nice win over our biggest rival, and they are. You hear a lot right now on Twitter, at least from Chiefs fans, saying like the Chiefs don't use their full playbook. They're keeping stuff for the playoffs and all that kind of stuff. They never they never show all their cards, all that kind of stuff. But like right now, they're not a playoff team.
Yeah.
So like that's a bad, if you're saving stuff for the playoffs and you don't make the playoffs, like that's a really bad strategy to have. So like I don't buy that narrative. I feel like we beat them as they're trying just as hard as everybody else is to win the game.
Yeah, they needed this win. Like, they're 2 games behind the Broncos and a game behind the Chargers.
Yeah, they're third place in the division, right?
Yeah. So, and they still haven't hit their bye week.
Yeah.
So
who do they have? They have Broncos next. They have Broncos coming up. Colts, Cowboys is a win. Texans, Chargers, Browns, Raiders. Man, they still have the Broncos twice. That'll be tough. That'll be tough for them.
Yeah, I still think they're better than the Broncos, personally. I don't think that Broncos offense is all that serious. The defense is really good.
Unless they're down in the fourth quarter, then Bo Nix just like
but
turns into prime Tom Brady.
Good, but if it's like coming down to it, I think I still trust the Chiefs more.
Yeah.
Even with the Broncos' great record, but they have been
getting lucky 100%. They're like the Chiefs from last year. Like the last year, Chiefs were winning every game. That was like the one possession game, winning on block field goals, like those kinds of things. And they're not getting that this year, and their record reflects that. And I feel kind of the same for the Broncos this year. Like they're just kind of winning these lucky games.
Yeah, like you can really disrupt this Broncos offense.
Yeah.
Like the Texans they played him down to the wire, and CJ Stroud, I think, left the game in the first quarter. Like,
Yeah, that was a brutal hit that he took there.
Yeah, like you're in a 3-point game against Davis Mills. Like I just don't trust the Broncos this year. I don't really trust any of the top teams right now in the AFC. I like the Colts, the Patriots, and the Broncos. I don't see any of them making the AFC Championship.
No, that like
I think
playoff
it's
the way
still
that
Bills, Chiefs, Ravens,
yeah.
and then those teams after
Even
that.
like the Steelers, I give them a little bit more like credit, or like I'm a little bit more concerned about the Steelers over Indianapolis. Like, just like I don't know. I just feel like the Steelers are more like of a legit opponent. Like I just something just feels fake about the Broncos and the Colts and
Yeah,
the Texans.
yeah.
You guys think the Chiefs make the playoffs? Yeah, I'd say I'd still have the Chiefs making the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think at this point it's most likely going to be in a wild card situation. I don't know. 3 games is a lot to make up with half the season already gone.
It's only 2.
Is it?
And they still have Broncos are 7-2 and Chiefs are 5-4. I think they still win it.
Yeah.
Broncos, they lost Surtain. Their defense kind of looks it's not as like scary as it was with Surtain, but
yeah, no, that's
they'll
true.
still win.
No Surtain is a lot. Yeah.
They'll still win probably 11 games, I would think, the Broncos. But I still trust the Chiefs way more than them. Even with the up and down. Like the Chiefs are on a 4-game winning streak before this game. And I mean, they lose to a team that has their number in the regular season. Like, I don't think it's I mean, everyone was panicking on the Chiefs at the beginning of the year. This just feels like that all over again.
The it'll be a massive game this one coming up against Denver, and later on in the season against Denver. I feel like if Denver gets one of those
will probably decide the division.
Yeah, if Denver gets one of those, I feel like that kind of can seal up the division there for them. But yeah, man, it's like the most drunk the NFL has ever been. Is like it's impossible to tell who's going to win. Like even with the Carolina Panthers beating the Green Bay Packers, it's like who are the Carolina Panthers? Like they have the same record as the
Kansas City are the Chiefs. Green Bay Packers?
Exactly.
Like
it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Who's
your AFC Championship prediction? I'd have to see. What's that?
I know mine.
Who's yours?
Bills Chiefs again.
I feel like I'd have to see like the playoff bracket because I don't know if that's like actually possible because based on the numbers of like the seeding.
Oh, it might be a divisional round.
They might have to play in the divisional, but
they're gonna play this year in the playoffs. You can always count on them playing in the playoffs. Like,
yeah,
it happens every year.
Yeah, I think it's Bills, and I'll go with Denver. I'll go with Denver. I think like someone like a Baltimore might play Kansas City earlier in the playoffs and knock them out before the AFC Championship game. But so I'll say Denver because I think Denver is going to have the higher seed and a slightly easier road to get there. So I'll say Bills Denver, and
Bills could be in the wild card too.
Yeah, they could, but I don't have much faith in the Patriots. Kind of not just the hater in me. Like the hater in me definitely has 0% faith in Drake May, but like actual football watching me is like, okay, like they got off to a good start, but like once these games start meaning more, you're going to have to play us again. Those kinds of things. I feel like right now it's because they haven't had a bye week. We have the same, like we both technically have 2 losses. They just have the extra game. So like once their bye week comes up and our schedules kind of match up, then I think we're back in first place in the division.
It did also take Allen to have his worst game of the year against them.
Yeah, exactly.
That or the Falcons game, but Yeah, I mean, I agree. I trust the Bills more than the Patriots, and the Patriots have played absolute joke teams for the past 5 weeks since that Patriots game.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I can't discredit what May is doing. He's looked really good this year.
Yeah, I mean,
I just don't think that roster is good enough.
No. I mean, I feel like they're going to add a couple pieces on at the deadline as well. You know, maybe they get
They
a running
traded
back.
away 2 players, which is really weird. They traded away the safety to us. I forget his name.
Yes. Yeah.
But they traded away him and I think an edge rusher for like a 7th round pick. Both of those, that didn't really make sense to me. But
I don't know why they don't use that rookie running back. Like
Henderson,
it feels like
he
they don't
finally
have
got
a running
used
back.
a little bit this week.
Yeah, it feels like they don't have a
Stevenson
running game,
missing.
but they have this rookie sitting there like just waiting to run the ball.
I think they have the worst rushing attack in the league right now.
Yeah, and that is not what wins you games in the down the stretch and in the playoffs. Like you need to have a run game.
And Drake May takes, I think, the second most sacks, but behind Cam Ward as well. So that that against a legitimate team is not gonna, like you saw that with the Steelers. Like the Steelers just completely crushed the Patriots offensive line.
Yeah,
when they played them.
Yeah.
I think that could be kind of the recipe that beats them as well. Kind of similar to the Colts.
So besides the Chiefs, Bills, and Ravens, who's a team in the AFC you think has the best chance to make a big playoff run? Pats, Broncos, Colts, Chargers, or Steelers? I'm going to say Broncos. Like I said, I feel like they're going to go on a deeper run. I feel like they're of the teams on this list. They're probably the ones that, you know, even though it was a quick in and out last year, they're the ones that have like at least been in the playoffs. Although the Steelers with Aaron Rodgers, obviously that's good, you know, pedigree for sure. But I just feel like the Broncos have a little bit of a better roster than the unless the Steelers add a wide receiver, like a good big name, like true wide receiver one that they can pair with DK Metcalf. Unless they do that, I feel like it's the Broncos.
I'm just gonna be a true homer and say the Steelers.
I respect it.
Because I mean, if we beat the Chargers this week, we'll have a win on all three of those 4 teams, other than the Broncos. But yeah. If I'm not being a homer, I'd probably go with the Broncos as well. I think once they get Surtain back, I think I'd probably trust them the most.
Yeah. So what do we have on our any other games that stood out this week that you want to talk about?
There were a couple. Vikings beating the Lions. That was a surprising game.
Yeah, that was actually. Yeah.
JJ McCarthy getting his second win. Not too crazy on the stat sheet, but I mean, getting it done. I mean, 3 total touchdowns. Defense came to play for the Vikings. I mean, you can see Montgomery and Gibbs there, only with 65 rushing yards. Like, you take those 2 out of the game and put the ball in Goff's hands. Like, I think that is how you prefer. You want the Lions to beat you is with Goff, not with Gibbs.
Yeah.
Because Gibbs is just such a ridiculous threat when he gets going. But yeah, it's a nice win for the Vikings. Another team kind of saving their season here with their backs up against the wall. Like, dropping to 3-5 would have probably ended their season, but the NFC is so stacked it would be really tough to crawl out of that hole. But 4-4, you're still alive. JJ McCarthy, if he can put together a couple better performances, I don't know. 14 for 25 isn't too inspiring, but he gets the win. You can't fault him too much.
Yeah. And I mean, like you said, like in this division in particular, it's tough. Like falling, 4-4, they needed to be at 4-4 to just kind of keep pace in the division, and then you can kind of hope for a wild card after. But like, you got to be able to compete in your division first and foremost in order. That's the best way to make the playoffs is to win your division. So yeah, it's a huge win for them just for that fact alone of keeping pace.
Yeah.
I don't know though, man. I feel like they put all their stock in JJ McCarthy, and they had both Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones on their roster at one point, and both of those guys, to me, feel like a better Kevin O'Connell quarterback than JJ McCarthy is. And like you always mention it every week. I feel like you have another sunken cost fallacy that we're talking about here, and I feel like that's what it is with JJ McCarthy as well. Where okay, he's our first round, he's our first round pick, he's our franchise quarterback. We got to get rid of the quarterbacks who are better than him, and it's like you don't have to though, man. Like you could have just kept one or the other and had JJ McCarthy be a backup. You didn't have to get rid of everybody.
Yeah.
They were what, a 14-win team last year with
I know.
Sam Darnold. Like why you would move on from that is crazy to me. You have the exact same defense as you had last year, same coordinator, same player, same everything. The only difference is the offense sucks this year. So your defense is on the field more, and now it looks like they're not as good of a defense. But like once you put it all into kind of all the context around, like, okay, well, we're getting 3 and outs all the time. Okay, like now your defense just looks bad, but it's still the same defense that you had last year that was lights out. But they're not getting any help from the offense.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if they can put up 27 points on offense, like they'll have a chance every week. But
yeah, exactly.
I mean, holding Lions to 24 is like you got to feel good about that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like their defense is still really good. It's just you need to figure out that offensive side to make sure you're getting those 27 points and not having JJ McCarthy stinker.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think this is the toughest division. I think this is the toughest division in football to win. I think it's the most unpredictable division. It's hard to tell. Like, Minnesota, who we thought was kind of bad, is 4-4, and Detroit is 5-3. Like, there's not much separating these two teams.
Yeah, and this was in Detroit too.
Yeah.
Which is even more impressive. But yeah, that, like you said, that's the best division in the NFL, I think. Maybe that or the AFC West with the Chiefs, Chargers, and Broncos. But
yeah.
I don't know, man. Packers are shaky week to week. And the Vikings, they're also like, I don't know. It's a nice win, but I don't know how much I trust them still with JJ under center. But
here's another game we can talk about in that same division.
Yeah,
the Chicago Bears.
I was going to bring that up.
Chicago Bears, man. First of all, crazy ending to the game. That touchdown to win the game is crazy. The comments coming out of Cincinnati after the game, Jamar Chase and Chase Brown,
they're fed up.
They're obviously very pissed at the defense. It's crazy to win a game where like your starting quarterback, has more catches than your 9th overall pick wide receiver, Rome Odunze. But
like, I don't know what went on there.
That's crazy to me. Zero catches for Rome, and Caleb Williams had 2 for 22 and a touchdown. Like, it's craziness.
Yeah. I know Bengals
like,
have
look at all these people who had passing stats. Like Cole Kmet, DJ Moore were passing the ball.
That's the Ben Johnson effect right there.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what's scary. That's what's scary about the Bears and them getting Ben Johnson from Detroit is like all these kind of trick plays that we saw Detroit running all the time. If the Chicago Bears were to get into that bag and start doing that, they could be hard to stop. And obviously they put up 47 points. I mean, I feel like me and you could put up 47 points on the Bengals defense, but like,
yeah, they are easily the worst unit in the league. I think
it's crazy,
offense and defense. They're on I think they're on like the second, like historically there was some stat where they're the second worst all time in it. I think it was DVOA. Like that's just, and I saw that the Bengals were 3 of the top 4 worst teams ever in that stat too. Like,
yeah. See, here's another one.
Different
Joe
Bengals
Flacco,
units across the years, like they just apparently don't care about defense. Like they're just playing like a Madden franchise.
Oh, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's just so it's kind of sad at this point how bad their front office is.
Yeah.
And I think
especially now, like all that offseason talk about what's going on with Trey Hendrickson, and now they're like shopping him at the deadline too. Like, what are you guys doing, man? Crazy.
They have no idea what their identity is, and I don't know. I mean, Joe Burrow getting injured, obviously, you kind of have to take that into account, but the offense hasn't skipped a beat without him on the field. It's still the same story as last year with the defense losing games every week.
100%. 42 points. You should win a game if you can score 42 points. You should
win a game if you score 30.
Yeah. Crazy. But here's another one, man. Joe Flacco with 47 pass attempts. Like, that's way too high. Way too many. Caleb Williams
but 10 yards an attempt too.
Yeah.
He was slinging it, man.
Crazy, man. Craziness. Like you're saying, it doesn't matter if that's Joe Burrow or Joe Flacco. Like, Joe Burrow's putting up that exact same stat line. You know, and they're going to lose 47-42 regardless of if it's Joe Flacco or Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Because they can't figure out the defensive side of the ball, like, to save their lives.
Yeah, and the defense coordinator they scapegoated last year, Lou Anarumo, he's over on the Colts fixing them. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's clearly just a talent issue for the Bengals. They have no serious pass rushers, no serious. I guess Hendrickson, but I think he hasn't played the last 2 games. So after that, no one serious, no serious defensive tackle. They've got DJ Turner, who's a solid cornerback, and Cam Taylor-Britt, who's solid, but they're a completely unserious unit. And the Bears, like, I get you have Ben Johnson, but giving up 47 points to the Bears is
it's not
it's unacceptable, and people should be fired for this game.
Yeah, exactly.
The players that didn't tackle Colson Loveland on that game winner, they should also be cut.
Yeah, no, exactly. You know, like you're a professional organization. Like, you gotta act like it at some point.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. I mean, they're a fun team to watch because every game is going to 80 combined points, but like, that's not a way to win games. And
no, exactly. And here's one last game to tie us into one last game to talk about. It'll tie us into our next talking point here. But man, Sam Darnold, man.
Oh,
crazy game.
Talking about the Vikings.
Yeah. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 129 yards. No touchdowns, but I mean 8 catches for 129 yards. He's just cooking guys, man. Like we were talking about earlier with Jonathan Taylor. If it's not Taylor, it's going to be JSN to get the offensive player of the year. Like, I just don't see how it can go to anybody other than these can't wait to watch the Seahawks get exposed in the playoffs. Yeah, I mean, that's probably true. Darnold did have that happen to him last year in the playoffs in the first round.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. What were your thoughts on that game?
I mean, the big story here is Jayden Daniels dislocating his elbow. Like,
nasty.
I mean, great win by the Seahawks and everything. Like, this was never even a competitive game. It was 31-7 going into half.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, having Daniels in there at the end of the game with 5 minutes left, you're down. I believe they were down 31 points. Yeah. Like that's also a fireable offense in my opinion. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. word for word, right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Dan Quinn, like they had a nice run in the postseason last year, but clearly this should probably be it for him.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so too. It's tough, man. It's like the I don't know, man. It's like what you're not going to come back from this game. The game's been over since halfway through the second quarter. The game has been done. You should just be in victory formation, just taking a knee and just running clock out. Like,
well, the backups should be in pretending to try and win the game.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just really feel bad for Jaden Daniels. Like he's been going through so many injuries this year. Like he's had a hamstring and a knee already, and then he breaks his arm. Like,
yeah,
I think he'll be back next year. It's his non-throwing arm, which gives you hope. But the Commanders they probably need to sell a lot of their veterans away. They've got Zach Ertz, Bobby Wagner, Deebo Samuel, all just collecting dust this year.
Yeah.
Like contenders could use those players and you could get picks. You really got to get younger. Like the Commanders are probably 2 years away from competing again. I think next year you get a little bit younger, let the rookies play, see what you got in them, and then you're gonna have to pay. You missed your window with Jaden Daniels on a rookie contract, which sucks, but you're gonna have to pay him a mega max in 2 years probably. But you've got a franchise quarterback, which is the bright side. You just got to start looking to 2026 at this point, though.
Yeah, exactly. Crazy outcome for them. And
Jaden is obviously JSN offensive player of the year. I think he took it this week.
Yeah, over Taylor.
Yeah, he's on pace to break the receiving record.
Yeah,
I think if he does that, you have to give it to him, especially if Jonathan Taylor, like, he's going to have these dud weeks. I think where he doesn't get a touchdown. I think his pace for 30 touchdowns, like, it's already going down to 26, and then he'll have another one. And it'll be down to down to not crazy record-breaking numbers.
Yeah, he'll end up with like 20-some touchdowns, which is still obviously very, very good. But if you're breaking records, then should be on the.
But you should be on. But also the fact, like, Jonathan Taylor, he relies on 5 other people helping him have these crazy spike weeks where he's going 70 yards untouched to the end zone, and JSN is making contested catches every week. Like, it's all JSN out there.
Yeah.
And Jonathan Taylor, I'm not trying to diminish what he's doing. He's having a historic year, but you also got to take into account that the offensive line has also been historic.
Yeah. No, that's actually a very valid point. There was one photo of Jonathan Taylor running the ball, and like they had like from hash mark to hash mark of the field open. Like there was nobody within either of the hash marks. And I was like, man, this gave me hope of all those like stupid, like, can the average person gain a yard in the NFL? I'm like, man, I'd gain 30 yards in the NFL if I had that. Like there's nobody in his way for the whole field.
Yeah. Yeah. Crazy. The average person could not catch a pass as a wide receiver.
No, exactly.
So JSN, he's there. Every year, it seems like there's someone who's on pace to break the receiving record. Like Tyreek Hill, I think in 2022 he got really close, and then he missed a game.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson was close. So, I mean, same thing could happen with JSN. He could have a dud week where he only puts up like 40 yards or something like that. So, but I just think what JSN is doing every week, like he is the only, like the run game is non-existent in Seattle. Like, I mean, you can see there Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet under 4 yards a carry. Like, it's not a serious run game. He is the entire offense. And I think it helps with Jonathan Taylor being in a historic Colts offense that is putting up like 3.5 points a drive. Like that helps being on the best unit in the NFL. And what JSN is doing individually is just
it's crazy,
a
man.
little. It's
crazy.
A bit more impressive to me.
Yeah, no, I agree with that for sure.
And
you guys
JSN also torched us week 3. So gotta give him props for that. And Jonathan Taylor didn't. So
can you guys do some game previews on Saturdays?
Ooh.
You want to get together on Saturday?
Sure.
Yeah.
We could run. We could run through the games.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down for that actually. How would we do that? Let's see here. Week 10. Let's do a quick little one right here. What do we got? Thursday night stinker. Buffalo, Miami stinker. Might be a bad week for football.
Yeah. Patriots, Bucks, that'll be a good one. Eagles, Packers, that'll be good too.
Yeah. Eagles, Packers will be a good game. I think the Eagles will take that one.
We could always, like, just at the end of these shows, just preview like 3 games that actually catch our attention for next week. Because
yeah, man. Yeah,
I'm
down for that too.
Do we really need to preview Lions Commanders? Like,
I do not care. I do not care what happens in Lions Commanders game. Like, not at all. Seattle, Arizona. I feel like those are both pretenders. Houston, Jacksonville, nobody cares about. Like we'll have to dig. Imagine sitting down to watch Cleveland against the Jets. Like, imagine having to do that if you're a fan of one of those two teams. I couldn't imagine.
What are the tickets? $45.
Whatever they are, it's that many too much. 45.
They got the over under at 36 and a half.
They should be paying me $45 to go to the game. So the last subject we wanted to talk about today was the trade deadline. If you had, we'll go through your team. Like, who do you think what are your needs, and like who do you think you're realistically going to trade for, if anything, or whatever, and then we'll do a little bit on the Bills, and then maybe just kind of a couple teams overall.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the dream player would be Jalen Waddle. I think you trade for him, and he's gotten his second extension already, or his first contract extension. I think he's around like $30 million a year, which is it's a bit expensive, but and I don't know if it would work for the Steelers also having DK Metcalf at like 32 a year, but that's the dream. He's so good. He's outside of Achane, he's the only serious player on the Dolphins offense, and he looks good every week. But realistically, I think Jacoby Myers would be the most realistic wide receiver target for this offense. And I think he would complement Metcalf pretty well. But yeah, those are the two that stand out. Wide receiver is clearly the biggest need, in my opinion. I think you could also go cornerback, but I feel like every team in the NFL feels like they need cornerback. Yeah.
I mean, I used to think that after seeing the way Maxwell Hairston played yesterday, I'm kind of cooled off on the need for another corner.
Yeah.
But I'm in the same boat. I'm all in on a wide receiver. I feel like I don't know if you saw this, but apparently the Bills just restructured Teron Johnson's contract, so they freed up another like $1.2 million. They now have like $3 million available in the cap. So I feel like part of that, there was a couple wide receivers who were already affordable. Like Olave already would have worked for us. We already would have been able to make him fit under the cap. And then obviously devastating news for the injury to Michael Hoyt yesterday, especially with how he was playing. He was really able to get after Mahomes, and kind of our defensive line was kind of wreaking a little bit of havoc there. So with him out, I feel like we make a move for a defensive tackle. Either one coming out of Tennessee Simmons or Joseph Day. You know, I'd take either one of those guys for sure. And yeah, maybe a Brian Thomas. I don't know what his cap hit is looking like, but a Brian Thomas would be nice for us. Just kind of someone
I can't see him getting traded.
I can't see him getting traded either, but yeah.
But yeah, that would be another guy who's at the top of the list of a wide receiver you want because of how long you would have him, because he's
exactly. And you get him on a rookie, you'd get him on the rookie deal already. Like you're having to pay Waddle whatever contract extension he's already gotten, right? So
although the Dolphins, they're paying some of Jalen Phillips' contract on the Eagles, so you never know.
Yeah. I mean, there's about a 0% chance he'd get traded to the Bills, Waddle.
Yeah, but no chance.
I mean, we saw the Browns trade within their division, the quarterback there. So, you know, there's always that little bit of hope. But
they're the reason we're not 5-2.
Yeah, man. Tomlin was so pissed when that trade happened.
He was justified.
No, 100%. It's the stupidest thing ever. Like, why would you give them a competent quarterback to like go and win the division with? Like, doesn't make any sense to me.
But
yeah, I think we go after, you know, possibly both. Ideally, in a perfect world, we'd get both. We'd get a Olave and AJ Brown, because AJ Brown's cap hit for the rest of the season is only like $500,000. You know, just because the way his contract is structured. Yeah.
Huh.
He's not a huge cap hit to anybody who takes him. It's a big dead cap hit to the Eagles. So I don't think that, like, realistically, I don't think they trade him, but like we could afford one of those guys, a player like that, and a defensive tackle. So I think that's kind of the move that we would make. You know, maybe a wide receiver. Most likely what's going to happen is going to be like a wide receiver that like nobody cares about, but could also act as a punt returner for us, because we're down our actual punt returner. So
I think Shaheed would be really good for you guys.
Yeah, surprisingly, Shaheed is a higher cap hit than Olave, just how their contracts are working out.
Yeah,
Olave's a couple $100,000, like $700,000, and Shaheed's like a $2 million cap hit for the rest of the season. But yeah, we could make either one of them work, and I feel like I'd like to have either one of them. I think Olave kind of can fit into the offense a little bit quicker and like contribute offensively a little bit quicker, but Shaheed might be kind of more of what we need, and it might take him a little bit longer to get used to our team.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's kind of it for the Bills. Those are the two positions I'd really go after. I think after watching yesterday, it's very clear that Kansas City is going to have to make a move for a running back.
Yeah. Kareem Hunt is not serious.
No.
Like, he's way too old. So Breece Hall, I think Breece Hall, Trey Hendrickson, those are the two big names right now.
Yeah.
Do you think either of them get traded? I mean, if they do, I think Hall would go to the Chiefs. And I think I've seen Hendrickson to the Niners rumors, but I don't know how they would pay him. They've got so many players on big contracts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think realistically, I don't know. I did a show right before the Bills Chiefs game, and with a Chiefs fan, he brought me on his show, and he was kind of like, yeah, we need wide receiver, but like they have needs of like a pass rusher, which I feel like is more important for them. Like they should have been all in on that Jalen Phillips deal. You know, maybe they're looking at a pass rusher. I feel like is a little bit more important to them, and some help at linebacker as well. So I feel like they're going to be focused a little bit more on the defensive side, because they have Patrick Mahomes and Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy, and like they can sort it out on offense. Crazy stat yesterday that Romo was talking about, like their best running attack is Rashee Rice in Wildcat. Like that's their best rushing attack that they have. So, I mean, I feel like it makes sense for them to get a running back, but I feel like it's a little bit more likely that they make a trade on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
I don't know who else is like a team that's in need of a running back.
Washington, but they're not going to trade for
No,
Breece Hall.
they'll be sellers now. Like without the injury, they probably would have, but yeah, they're not going to be making any moves. I don't think so, anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I like Jalen Warren, but Breece Hall would be an improvement.
Yeah,
for the Steelers.
absolutely.
But I don't think we would do that.
New England,
yeah.
New England might be in the market for a running back.
Oh, definitely, yeah. But I don't.
Since they, for whatever reason, seem to not trust Trayvon Henderson at all, or like not want to play him at all.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
what do you
very
think?
strange.
Seattle, they've got that two-headed monster there with that they can't seem to figure out who their actual running back is. So like,
yeah, Houston also could be someone that would make a move for running back.
Yeah, I can see that happening for sure.
But
what about the Rams? Speaking of the Rams, actually, the season Stafford is putting together right now is actually crazy.
Quietly very elite.
Yeah,
this year
he's had like 10 touchdowns in the past 2 games.
Yeah, he's been lights out.
He's already at like 21 passing touchdowns. Like he's off the chart.
I think it's 21-2.
Yeah,
his touchdown to INT. Like
because they lost Kyron, right? They don't have Kyron for the.
No, he's still playing.
Or he's just ass.
I don't know. I didn't even turn the Rams game on yesterday. They were just killing the Saints.
Yeah, no, because like normally I hear about him like from a fantasy thing or whatever, but like the last thing I remember was he fumbled on the goal line against the 49ers, and like that's really the last I've heard of him all season.
No, he's still been the lead back.
Oh yeah,
but I mean he's had the fumbling issue his whole career, and McVay hasn't really been that moved by it because he gets like the most carries in the NFL. So his fumble numbers are just a little higher, but I think like his fumbles like per touch, it's not that crazy.
Yeah,
but just his like cumulative fumbles over the last 2 years have been high, just because he's been getting so many carries. Because McVay just doesn't split carries unless the game's out of hand. Like the only reason Corum got like touches is because they've been crushing teams and the games have been over by the third quarter. True. So
that's true.
It's still all Kyron there, but
the Chargers the Chargers seem to not really have much of a run game.
Yeah, that would be a good move, especially if Hampton is
Breece Hall to the Chargers would be pretty huge.
Yeah.
What do you think of Trey Hendrickson? We talked about him a little bit earlier. Like, do you think he gets moved, or where do you think he gets moved? Or?
I could see the Patriots trying to make a move for him, make that defense a little stronger, but it's all those like fringe playoff teams that want to go to the next level who should probably be looking at him. Steelers are there's no shot at that. Colts maybe. That would be interesting.
That would be the Bills already tried to, apparently in the offseason, tried to work out a deal with him, but like couldn't get it done. So I don't see the Bills going back to him now and trying it again. They might.
They've got a good duo as well with Rousseau and Bosa this year. So like we said, depth never hurts there. But Hendrickson would be a starter for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, he's just such a tough player to price because they want a first-round pick for him, and you have to extend him, and he's already 30 years old. So I don't think anyone's giving up a first-round pick for Hendrickson. So if that's their hold-up, like he's going to be a Bengal. But a team would trade a third for him, I would think, if they're a contender. But a first,
no, exactly, and like it might take till like the 11th hour of the trade deadline, and for them to realize, okay, we're not getting a first rounder pick. Like, let's just take the next best offer that we can find and deal for whatever that is, Or you could do similar to what like the Dolphins did and say, hey, we're going to eat some of his money so that we can get a better draft pick. That's how they got a better draft pick out of Philadelphia, and be like, hey, we'll eat $3 million or whatever it is. We'll eat 50% of his cap hit for this year, and but give us a second round draft pick for him or something like that. And teams might be a little bit more inclined to make that deal.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't really see too many other teams that would trade for him. I don't know how Seattle's pass rushing is. That would be an interesting spot as well. Another team that's kind of in that gray area where they got a great record, but you don't really trust them versus the top end of the NFC.
Yeah.
But if they got Hendrickson, like that would probably put them in the conversation with like the Eagles and the Lions.
Yeah, man, absolutely. I pulled this up to kind of see where teams are at. Like the Bengals being 3-6, like I don't see them being like, there's no need for them to be sellers or buyers at the trade deadline. Like I feel like your season is you're just kind of in limbo unless you're trying to sell and lose all the rest of your games. Like I guess maybe.
Yeah. I mean, we won't see Chase or Higgins go anywhere. Like that won't be that level of sell, but Hendrickson maybe, since he's on the expiring contract.
Yeah. I think I'm going to push the trade Joe Burrow narrative a little bit tonight and tomorrow. Just to spice things up a little bit.
I'll get behind that.
Imagine the haul they would get for Joe Burrow.
It would be like 5 first-round picks, right?
It'd be Herschel Walker all over again.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Chicago Bears just right on the outside. They might be looking to get a little bit aggressive and kind of push themselves into that playoff picture.
All three of those NFC North teams are at 5 wins. The Packers, Lions, and Bears, and then you got the Vikings only a game behind as well. So that division is ridiculous, man.
Yeah. That tie might come back to bite the Packers in the ass by the end of the season. Or
it definitely will.
Or they'll either get a half a point up or they'll be back half a point, depending on how the other teams do, obviously. But I mean, that tie is going to be a massive deal.
They don't look like a 1 seed at all. Packers.
No, not at all.
You can't be losing to the Browns and the Panthers.
If I were the Rams, I'd be very comfortable having to play the Packers first round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
In that 4-5 matchup, I'd be pretty comfortable being the Rams in that situation.
Yeah. Seahawks, Niners too. That would be an interesting game.
Yeah.
And then
Lions, Bucks. That's a pretty nice matchup, man. That'd be pretty fun.
The NFC playoff matches are going to be total coin flips.
Yeah.
Like they're just. They've got the Eagles are probably the tier 1 team there, and then everyone else, you've got like 7 tier 2 teams. Like,
yeah, exactly. And it's only because the Eagles are so good. Like,
yeah,
all these teams are good, but they're just not on the level of the Eagles. But all these teams are kind of the same.
If we get the Eagles on that like 2-week skid, they would be on the level of those teams, but they look like they figured it out.
Exactly.
So,
but it's a completely different feel in the AFC of like, don't trust the Colts, don't trust the Patriots, don't trust
exactly.
The top tier teams are the 5, 6, 7, 8 teams, on this side. Baltimore is definitely going to jump up.
Well, maybe not 7.
Yeah, maybe not 7. I'll say 7 because Baltimore is going to jump up there pretty soon into 7.
Yeah. Do you think there's a scenario where both the Steelers and the Ravens get in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Or is it either or?
I think for sure. I think for sure one of those, like, I think Baltimore might catch Pittsburgh for the division, but I don't think that means that Pittsburgh would fall out of the wild card spot by any means. I do think, however, very interestingly, I think there's a scenario that Chiefs and Ravens both missed the playoffs.
That would be well. I think Goodell would step in. and expand the playoffs.
He's like, you know what? It's a 10 team just for the AFC. It's a 10-team playoff run.
Yeah.
Okay? No buys for anybody. Everybody, you're just going to sort it out.
Like if the Ravens and the Chiefs were missing, like that is so bad for viewership. If you don't have Lamar in
100%,
the
100%.
playoffs. Like if you had the Jaguars in the playoffs over them, I think Goodell would just swap them. Like not even think twice about it.
No, exactly. What did they put the Ravens only had a 46% chance to make the playoffs right now.
It'll come down to those head-to-heads with the Steelers.
Yeah.
They still got 2 of those.
100%.
And yeah, I mean they'll be tough games. Like we always play the Ravens tough. Except for the playoffs last year. That was embarrassing. But other than that, we usually play them pretty tough.
Yeah, man. Right on.
I just want one playoff win this year. That's really, and it feels like the most realistic year because the Steelers they're above average, I would say, and every other team, no team feels really great this year, and especially in the AFC.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's the most any given Sunday that we've seen, in recent memory. So like, you feel any team should feel pretty confident going up against any other team because like everybody's putting up stinkers left, right, and center. So like, you could sneak away with a win pretty easily.
Yeah, I still think my preseason pick were the Bills to win it all. I think it's kind of shaping up to be that way, especially with AFC. I mean, I think when it comes down to it, it's going to come down to the quarterback play in the playoffs with the top teams, with the Chiefs and the Bills. Like maybe the Patriots in the mix because they just have a great quarterback this year. But I still think it's another one of those years where it comes down to one of those teams. Like it just kind of feels inevitable. And I don't know, man. I'm not just saying this because you're here. I really hope the Bills get over the hump because it's like Mahomes is great, but I think Josh Allen not having a Super Bowl appearance at this point in his career is pretty criminal. Like
I know, man.
He's been
if it doesn't happen this year,
he's been so good in the playoffs, and he gets like no respect because he hasn't made the Super Bowl yet. And I hope that narrative kind of turns around this year because it's like I don't know.
Yeah, man. If it doesn't turn around, I don't know how much more like football I can watch because like there's only so many times you can sign up to get yourself hurt again, and just like before you what's the saying, like why do people keep bashing their head against the wall? It's because it feels so good when you stop doing it. Like I'm just sitting here bashing my head against the wall, hoping that we win a game, hoping that we make it to the Super Bowl, and like eventually you just got to stop bashing your head against the wall.
Yeah.
If the Bengals can get past the Chiefs, the Bills definitely can. I mean,
this is the most vulnerable the Chiefs have ever looked.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And everyone's like, there's this narrative out here that like the Bills didn't design their team to beat the Chiefs. I think they did. Like they made moves that are specifically to counteract the Chiefs. They're like, no, the Bills are trying to win we structured our team to win a Super Bowl. I'm like, that's the same thing. You have to get through the Chiefs to get to the Super Bowl. Like what are we talking about here? Getting to the Super Bowl is beating the Chiefs in the playoffs. So I feel like we gotta make it happen this year because this is the most vulnerable, like you said, the most vulnerable that they've looked in the past 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, you can pretty much book the Chiefs to be in the AFC Championship year after year. Like they are the team. I
don't think Mahomes has ever missed the AFC Championship game.
So that's why no matter how bad it looks for the Chiefs, you always have to give them the benefit of the doubt that they figure it out because they've looked bad before, Even when they were winning games last year, that was still the narrative. Like they're vulnerable, and it proved right in the end with versus the Eagles, but they still made the freaking Super Bowl. Like
exactly.
Even with the year where they look bad, they still make the Super Bowl. So it's just like I'm fine with giving them the benefit of the doubt every year, no matter how bad.
100%. I'll never bet against Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs, man. Like, just it doesn't make sense to do that.
He's earned that.
Exactly. Or I'll say I'll bet against him because I'm going to pick the Bills to win it all. But like, I'll never feel confident in that bet. You know.
It's like
until we can do it. I feel like it's one of those things that like once we do it, it'll never go back to the Chiefs. Like we just got to get over that hurdle. And I feel like we've been the better team playing these guys. They just have gotten the ball last kind of thing or something that has made them do it. But I feel like once we break through that, like then the floodgates are open and then it's kind of going to be a thing, you know? So but until that happens, there's not much really you can do or say.
I mean, this was kind of the same thing with Peyton Manning versus Brady. Like he could never get over the hump, and then he beat him and won the Super Bowl in 2007. Finally,
and then won it again with the Broncos.
Yeah, hopefully that's not the same for Allen going to another team. But I mean, like
no, exactly.
The Bills' ceiling is so high with Allen. Like they probably have him for the next 8 or 10 years as their quarterback.
10 years, yeah.
Yeah. And his play style is probably going to age pretty well.
Yep.
Maybe not he won't be taking as many hits as he was, but hopefully, they've got to get one eventually.
It's crazy. As much as there's a rivalry, I feel the same thing for Lamar Jackson too. Like too good of a quarterback, too good of a legacy to not have a Super Bowl in there as well.
No, it's fine. It's fine if he doesn't get one. He's got his MVPs. He's got his individual awards. He's got all
that. Yeah.
He can go the Dan Marino route where everyone's like, you have no idea how good he was. Stop trying to diminish his legacy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fine if he doesn't get one.
You know what? You changed my mind. I'm fine. I'm good with him not getting one.
Yeah. Just think how obnoxious Bruce will be if they get one.
Oh man, brutal. I already can't stand him.
after that Blue Jays loss.
Oh no, I don't. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't really care. It's funny, it's funny to me, but the end of the day, I don't really care. Our team was in the World Series, and his team was eliminated from playoff contention at the beginning of the year. So, as a losing team, that's all you can do. You just grasp at straws and hope you can try and rattle the other guy a little bit.
That's the Cleveland style right there.
Yeah, exactly. You're just trying to see what you can, see if you can get someone riled up.
Watch.
Yeah, exactly. Have you all seen LaDainian Tomlinson play? I have once when I was 8. Yeah, man. LaDainian Tomlinson was a different animal, man.
Him and Brett Favre when I was like 8 years old. Those were the guys that made me fall in love with football.
Yeah. The LaDainian Tomlinson was unreal to watch. Adrian Peterson was another one, unreal to watch. Just like it felt like I felt the same way watching Saquon in when he was in Penn State. It was like I'm just going to turn on this game because I'm going to see something unreal.
Yeah.
Like something crazy is going to happen, and then like I remember it vividly, just being like, oh, I'm going to turn on this Vikings game because Adrian Peterson is playing, and then like 3 plays later was when he trucked that defender from Pittsburgh. I forget who.
Dude, that's a hilarious highlight. He got
such a crazy, and I was
destroyed.
like, okay. I'm like, this guy's crazy to watch, man. And then it's like 3 weeks later, he did this like crazy juke move on the goal line to score against Detroit. I'm like, just put on the game whenever he's playing. Like the season LaDainian Tomlinson had when he had like 20, whatever it was, 21 or No, I think it was 30. Was it a 30 touchdown
I
season or
think it
whatever?
was 30 total. I think it was like 28 rushing and 3
Yeah.
receiving.
So I mean, it was just fun to watch. It was a pain in the ass fantasy wise. Like every time you had to go up against the guy who had
that was the best fantasy season ever, I think. That
Yeah,
or
one
that
of
or
them.
Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, and CDs like last year or the year before was actually like historically good as well.
Who?
CD Lamb, like
Oh,
not
yeah.
obviously not last year because of the Dak injury, but the year before that was like
Yeah, he had like a ridiculous amount of catches.
yeah, it was one of the all-time great like fantasy seasons.
But yeah, Favre on the Vikings. Yeah, what Teach said.
Yeah, Sidney Rice.
That's who I was watching.
The Sidney Rice days. That was crazy.
That's who I was watching when I first got into football when I was like 8 years old. Was Brett Favre on the Vikings, and I don't know why I rooted for him.
That makes me feel so old.
Yeah.
When you're like, oh man, I was a kid when Sidney Rice was on the Vikings. I was like, man, I was like done university by the time that happened.
But
all right,
yeah.
I think that's I think we wrap up there. I feel like that's a good episode.
Yeah, I was covered a lot.
Yeah, man. It's always a pleasure. We'll do it again next week, and we'll incorporate the preview, the upcoming games.
Yep, sounds good.
Right on. Thanks, brother, for joining. This it was fun. Thanks always. You're always in the comments here asking us questions, so we appreciate that for sure.
I gotta wait another week for this. Yeah, no, me too, man.
All righty, man.
All right.
I'll see you. Have a good one. We'll see you next week.
You too. Peace out.
All right. Peace.